Four Hutchinson set a little bit of a pick there. I don't know, more of a basketball pick and roll than anything else. Just obstructed the defender, and the number 4 wasn't able to get back in cover, and it gave the number 20 all sorts of opportunity and space to get a shot in on goal. So she got away with one there, number 4 Hutchinson. The referee unfortunately missed it.
Hanneman misjudged that one as it rolled across, and Lanos plays it ahead. And Rustami plays it along to the sideline before it's booted across the goal line by Natasha Ryan. And since that goal, Louis-Riel maintaining possession of the ball, pressing the Cougars just a little bit more. Yeah,
I think what's happened is that after the shock of going down 2-1, everybody's had an opportunity to take a deep breath, get the goal back, try and get back on top of their game again. But, I mean, at 2-2, the game's definitely poised on a knife edge, Matt, because this can go either way. Louis-Riel are stepping up a bit more, trying to play that possession game that they need to do to be successful. But Colonel Bay getting stuck in from the physical end of things, and they're trying to take the game to Louis-Riel.
Looking at the faces of the Cougars, you see a lot of concern and a lot of fatigue.
Well, that's quite possibly why the coach has been making the odd, changes every 10, 15 minutes to try and keep fresh legs out there. It is a long season for a lot of these kids that, they maybe play other sports during the course of the winter, playing basketball or things like that. These type of finals, you played 8, 9 games in the space of maybe 3, 4, 5 weeks, Matt, and it does take a toll on you. And you've got your club soccer as well that you're playing that has now just started up in the last few weeks. So they could be getting a bit of fatigue, and that's something the coach Lacasse is going to have to keep his eye on.
That's Brianna Smith in all alone. Yo's right there.
That's well done with the goalkeeper. She saw the danger there. There's a bit of a ricochet there for Smith as she was going in. And the goalkeeper, quick as a flash, getting out there to cut the angle down.
And hasn't she been busy since she's come into this game?
She certainly has. She certainly has. She's made 1 or 2 good stops. She was a bit unlucky with the goal. It really went right over her head. She was sort of cut out of position a little bit. But she certainly has been the busier of the 2 keepers right from the start of the second half.
This is McGuire, and Yo's right there.
I mean, that was a poor decision. She had turned away. She was probably getting a call by her 2 strikers were wide open at the 18-yard box. There wasn't a defender anywhere near them. A little slip ball to either one of the 2 of them, and then she was right in.
Hanneman tried to get in alone there, but Jose Decour matched her defensively for the Rebs, and that's Blodgett. She has the second Colonel Bay goal. That one escapes Christy McGregor-Bales.
Yeah, unfortunately, our number 17, Brooke Hansen, they haven't got her in the game as much as she was in the first half. She's been on now for about 15 minutes, and I honestly think that's the first time she's had an opportunity for possession to try to do anything. They've really got to try and get her into the game more.
We've seen a lot of Haisha Kantave. I should mention she has speed. She's a sprinter in the 100 and 200 meters. She's the regional champion midget girl. She's only in grade 9, Haisha is. So she set a new record in the 100-meter dash here.
Very good.
Just a week or so after there was a new world record set.
I like that.
In the men's.
That's right.
No problem.
Out of New York. Jamaica becoming a world-class sprinting nation once again. 2-2 here, second half. Louis-Riel, Colonel Bay, deadlocked at 2. But the Rebs have been forcing things over the course of the last 5 or 6 minutes after Kantave got the equalizer.
Yeah, Colonel Bay has been a bit more on the defensive this last 5-10, as you said. They've really got to try and win some of that midfield area back again that they've been giving away.
A nice move. That's Dragon getting it outside. Maggie Draper down the left side. Jose Decour is there.
It's a corner kick. Another set play, another opportunity here possibly for Colonel Bay to get on the end of a good cross. And again, a quality cross needed, possibly away from the goalkeeper, curling back in.
The last time they had a set play, the result was a goal.
2-2, and we see now Colonel Bay in the box. 4 of them setting up at the 18-yard box here, ready to make their runs towards goal to try and get on the end of this.
Isabel Villeneuve
good
with
ball.
The kick. It's a good one. Headed out of harm's way by the Rebels. as a flood of Colonel By Cougar defenders scramble back. Rastami steps up to get in the way of that ball. And Blodgett kicks it back down. Here on the right side, it's Christy McGregor-Bales. Did she deflect that one out? And Carolyn Robert goes back to grab it. And she'll set it on the corner here. So
again down that right side, there was Hansen with an opportunity, getting away from a defender, and just unfortunately for her, it just sailed a little bit over the crossbar. But there definitely is danger, and they've got to try and exploit that again down this right side for Colonel By, because she definitely does seem like one player that can be a match winner for them today as far as getting the goal, getting behind defenders. Good ball, unlucky.
Blodgett all the way back. Dragons in there. Blodgett knocked off the ball. Hutchinson streaking in. Yo comes out and plays it. Hutchinson putting a lot of pressure on Louise. And Yo kicks it all the way down. How about that play by Arsenault? This is Kente to Arsenault. And here's the possession ball control game. English. Kente trying to spring her through there. Decour steps up. Hutchinson. Can she get by Rastami? Yo steps out.
That's terrific defending. Absolutely terrific defending.
Between Rastami and Yo, they really came out to limit the options for Kellyanne Hutchinson.
It looked like Hutchinson just had that half step ahead of her, the half yard that she needed. But my goodness, fantastic defending there by Rastami.
We have a corner here for Louis-Riel. So this is Kente in the corner. And the Rebels set up an attack. Headed down, but
you know what though, Matt? That's a free header. You cannot get a free header for anyone that tall inside that box. She knows. You know what? She knows that's a golden opportunity missed. The number 11 for Louis-Riel. If she makes any half-decent contact on that ball, it's probably in the back of the net. That was a big opportunity. Lovely ball away from the goalkeeper. Couldn't come for it, but that really needs to be done better than the finish that we got here.
This is Airturk who steps in. A little contact there on the sideline. And even though it went out of play, off of Colonel By, the referee has called the contact. English steps up. So time ticking away here in the second half. In the city championship game, they do play extra time and, if necessary, penalties. Airturk. And a great opportunity, and Maggie Draper had snuck in there.
Yeah, very poor decision by the big number 11 at the back there to let that ball roll across. She may have thought there was somebody helping behind her, but my goodness, they should have been punished for that.
And she was, Carolyn Robert back in the Louis-Riel goal was back very far, not expecting them to break through at that.
She was lucky, Matt, that it was shot right at her. If that's put a foot or two either side, it could have been problems.
How about that play by Rastami getting back and keeping the ball under control?
She has had an outstanding game for me at the back. She's up against a very tricky striker in Hutchinson. It's been a good little match-up between the two of them. A lot of here's a mistake.
Over Yo and just wide. A miscommunication on Colonel By's part, and Yo got caught halfway in between.
Yeah, quite possibly the first time that the two defenders and the goalkeeper, the three of them, big communication mix-up, and that could have been calamitous for Colonel By because Hutchinson, a gaping goal, wide open. And unfortunately for Louis-Riel, just puts it past the post, and we're still knotted up here at 2-2.
And that's Kente, puts it right on goal.
Yeah, I mean, Young's a pretty decent goalkeeper. Yeah, I don't think you're going to beat her from 35, 40 yards like that on a shot like that today.
And that's Airturk. Blodgett's up there. Blodgett is Blodgett was free on the left side once again.
Again, you know, like, I don't know why it is. With a flat back four, there's no way that the flank should be that wide open. It's almost as if the two full-backs are creeping in to cover for the two stoppers instead of the other way around.
Like practice.
You can see we have a different official for the second half as we did for the first.
Yeah, Mr. Sanusi has stepped into the fray. He was here, and that's a goal kick. He was here, I guess, to watch the game. I don't believe he
wasn't assigned to it.
He wasn't the scheduled referee from what we gathered. He was here to watch the final, and they managed to coax him into refereeing. And thank you very much to Mike Lanos, obviously, for doing the first half. A very good job that Mr. Lanos did, so thank you. And hopefully that when these type of big games come up again, we have officials and we don't have to be wondering who's going to be doing it for our broadcast. Oh my goodness.
And back in behind is Hanneman once again, trying to get a step on Decour. She wrestles it away from Decour there. Back for Blodgett. This is Draper. Puts it on goal. And Robert calmly grabs that one.
Melissa, drop, Melissa. 6.
Yeah, her. Man.
Yep.
That a girl.
No turn.
Play right in front of us here now.
Melissa.
That one came right at you, Gordon.
I nearly trapped that.
I think that went right in between our chairs up here. So Villeneuve will throw it in, trying to get it behind the Louis-Riel defense. Hanneman couldn't control it there.
Yeah, I mean, you know, like, Carnauba have really had a couple of real good opportunities in these last 5 minutes.
Yep.
Just that final ball, unfortunately for them, isn't getting to the striker that really needs to get it, because I don't know if it's fatigue coming now in on the Louis-Riel side, but there definitely seems to be a couple of them. Every stoppage in play, they're bent over, they're trying to get breath, trying to get their air, and quite possibly they're feeling the effects of a long season as well. So we'll have to keep an eye on that, especially if we do happen to go into extra time, Matt.
And interesting to note that Kellyanne Hutchinson and Miriam English, two players for Louis-Riel that have played most, if not all, of this game, are both on the bench right now for Louis-Riel.
So the coaches possibly try to set up the last 10-15 minutes for that big push. Here's an opportunity here.
Erturk has broken through, trying to find the goal.
You know, that was an unlucky effort, but she really should have freed up the winger. The winger was wide open. A little 5-yard ball, and she was in one-on-one. Erturk, it was a good shot, but if you're going to take a shot from that distance, you've got to put the goalkeeper under pressure, make her work. You've got to get it on target.
Hanneman had escaped and slid through that left side.
Yep.
So Robert kicks it up where Blodgett awaits and headed forward there by Arsenault. Lacroix back for Colonel Bai. This is Arsenault, and she'll kick it all the way back where Robert will play it once again. Christy McGregor-Bales up the sideline. Couldn't find Victoria Smith with that pass.
And the last 5-10 minutes now has been played mostly in the Louis-Riel half. The Colonel Bai have pushed that far up the park now. I mean, you look at their back three, they're only 5-10 yards from halfway. In the first half, they were 15-20 yards further back towards their goal, and it was making it a lot easier for Louis-Riel to get good opportunities, but they're carrying a high line, and it's very difficult for Louis-Riel to try and exploit that right now.
Arsenault gets called there again. A little too much contact.
The frustration is really starting to set in. You can see the Louis-Riel players looking at each other, shaking their heads, you know, as if, you know, this might just not be our day.
And this is Joanna Blodgett being closely guarded by Emily Dugas. So an opportunity now for the Cougars to set something up in the late stages of this second half. Across, Blodgett. Erturk is there. And that's Hanneman looking for her second goal. And a turnover, Blodgett there once again, but Robert quickly comes out of the goal to quell that rally.
Well, again, some more goal-mouth action there. Danger for Louis-Riel, but here's danger the other way.
And Yo had come out to make the play on the ball. This is Villeneuve. Just gets it out of harm's way, right into where the Colonel By reserves are standing. Dugas. Decour plays that one a mile high. Draper loses it. And this is Hanneman.
Right here, it's right here.
Sorry, Rachel Dragon, rather. She plays it back for Villeneuve, and Villeneuve will play it down the left side for Hanneman. Hanneman and Decour racing for the ball, and it rolls out in Louis-Riel.
Yeah, it was unlucky. The first touch it was just too hard. She hit it too hard and took it away from her because, again, she had the beating of a defender and she was in that space.
She had the step, certainly.
Yeah. And it's been a feature of this second half is that they've been fortunate. They've been able to exploit some of these gaps down the flanks. And I can't explain why that is. You know, when you play that flank back four, sometimes it does cause you those type of problems. And Colonel By are definitely trying to take advantage of that today, Matt.
And Hanneman was through on the left side once again.
She still is. But they just couldn't get her the ball. And here's a break the other way now.
Here's Dugas. Sidesteps Villeneuve, not once but twice, and then Villeneuve catches up. A lot of contact there. Good battle. And
Good
that
work.
goes out.
That's terrific defensive work. Absolutely terrific.
She had position there, didn't she?
Just keep her in front of you. You keep yourself between the ball and the goal, and she did it extremely well for about 10 seconds, 15 seconds there, and actually won the goal, the throw-in now.
And this is Savage, who has looked very dangerous in this game. Yo comes out to play it and takes away a great scoring opportunity for the Rebels. And that's Hanneman in there. Emily Dugas plays it back for Chelsea Lanos. And Geneviève Photo doesn't like the look of things, so she'll play all the way back for Carolyn Robert. The Rebs trying to break through. Tied at 2. This is the city championship game.
Yeah, the Louis-Riel has just lost their way a little bit, especially in centre midfield. Colonel By have dictated that spot now for the last 15, 20 minutes, and it's shown in the quality of opportunities we've had for both teams.
Young is going to play this one. Savage is right there, looking for the loose ball. Kicked out of harm's way by the Cougars. This is Cantave. She's muscled off the ball by Blodgett.
He's called a free kick there. I give her 10 yards.
That's a really short 10 yards.
You know what, Matt? It's something we haven't really paid much attention to, but the height advantage that Louis-Riel has here.
As Decour goes down.
Yeah, one of these times they really have to try and capitalize on this.
Here comes the crossing pass. Decour is there, and that went off a defender in front. Just as you had said, the height advantage is there for Louis-Riel. They almost take advantage. Here's Amy Savage, and Yo makes a great save, a clutch save here in the second half.
Yeah, you know what? On that last, something's going on here. And there we go. End of 90 minutes. That was a quick second half.
It was.
I thought there was about 10, 15 minutes still to go. They must play 40. Maybe they play 40 minutes, Matt. That might be what it is.
It is 40 minutes.
There we go. So that's what it is.
We're going to take a quick break, and we'll have extra time. What better way to decide who the city champion is going to be other than extra time? And we're going to have it coming up right after this on Game Day.
The cellular communications for this production are provided by Rogers Wireless, with the largest digital coverage in Canada. To fulfill all your wireless needs, check out Rogers.com. Imagine a better wireless world.
Extra time to determine the city champion in senior girls soccer. Louis-Riel in white and red. Colonel By in blue and green. And Gordon Smith, no golden goal here. So not sudden death.
2 10-minute halves. No score after that, the dreaded penalty kicks, but let's hope we get a couple of goals. The game's already given us four goals, lots of excitement. It's been a tremendous game, a wonderful final, and let's hope we have some more goal-mouth action before it's all over, Matt.
Louis-Riel had looked so good all season long. They had scored 46 goals in their 8 games leading into this one.
There you go.
And Colonel By had scored only 17. They had both allowed just 3. But even though Louis-Riel looked so good all year long, Colonel By beat them 1-0 in regular season play. And after each of them advanced through tough semifinals.
Well, that's it. I mean, you have, as you talked about it, it's a mental block. Sometimes, can we beat this team? It's sort of like the Senators and the Leafs in the playoffs a few years ago. It happens, and you can't beat them, and then you get these type of games where you start to question your own ability. Can we really beat them? Are they inside their heads? I don't think they are at this point, but Louis-Riel definitely know they're in a game, that is for sure. A little bit of obstruction there.
And a really good chance now as Blodgett tried to break through the line. She was held up there, and Maggie Draper will take the ball here off the penalty, and here the Cougars are with a chance to set something up.
Yeah, they had an opportunity for a quick free kick there, and they just didn't take it. Now she's got to try a shot on goal.
And it's high off the crossbar. Maggie Draper dropped that one off the crossbar.
I tell you what, the goalkeeper completely misjudged that. I honestly think she thought it was going well over. And at the last minute it seemed to dip. And wow, that was a golden opportunity there. I really, really think the goalkeeper misplayed that.
So Robert was back along the goal line and couldn't make the play on it. As we resume play here. What a great opportunity early on for Colonel By.
It's funny how things work out, isn't it? We talked about possibly trying to take the quick free kick to pull it wide, and then it doesn't work, and all of a sudden Louis-Riel's got everybody back defending, the goalkeeper set, and we still have a fantastic opportunity. So it is funny how things work out. But
and not only off the kick, but off the rebound, the ricochet off the crossbar. It came right out.
Atta girl, Lou.
And Colonel By now.
Yeah, goalkeeper did well again, read the danger, helping out a sweeper, helping out with defenders.
So a throw in. This is Dugas. Number 20 for Louis-Riel throwing the ball in. Nobody there. As Colonel By defenders were in the mix there. And Miriam English is back in the game. Heads that one ahead, and Savage is battling with Air Turk.
I tell you what, we started the extra time here, and Hutchinson isn't on the park. Hutchinson's not on the park here for...
Yeah, she's still on the bench.
And that surprises me because she has been, for all intents and purposes, like Cantab with her pace and her power has had 1 or 2 opportunities, but Hutchinson for me has been at the root of all good things today for Louis-Riel, and to have her on the bench right now was a bit of a surprise, and I'm just wondering if possibly she's a bit fatigued, or maybe she picked up a little bit of an injury. There was 1 or 2 tackles and collisions down there at the end of the second half. And I'm just wondering if she's maybe picked up a bit of an injury.
Well, she scored the goal early on. Of course, she set up that goal by Cantave in the second half that tied this game up at 2.
Yeah.
After Colonel By had surprisingly taken the lead earlier in the half.
Yeah, so maybe she's taking a bit of a knock, and Coach Fournier just wants to save her for that last 5-10 minutes, possibly getting in there for the penalty kicks as well. But there's still 15-16 minutes to go here, and if she is fit, for me, she's got to be on the park to not only score but to create opportunities for her teammates. She has been, if not the best player on the park for Louis-Riel, certainly one of the top 2.
There she is.
Yeah.
Doesn't look distressed or hurt over there.
No, she actually looked quite happy and comfortable, enjoying the sunshine, possibly working on her tan.
We're sitting in the shade over here. She's in the sunshine. And as we talk, she gets up.
There we go.
So she's going to come back into this game in a moment or two. This is Christy McGregor-Bales into the center of the field for Arsenault. Leah plays it, and that's Jose Decour. Trying to play into the corner, but Not a lot of speed going on by Louis-Riel. And Louis-Riel plays that one up to the half, up to the center line. Savage again. She's been a force and a threat. A move to the left and right. She puts it on goal, and Louis-Riel comes out and grabs that one.
Yeah, and that's surprising because, again, from 30 yards out, you're really not going to beat most goalies from that distance. Cantava peeled away to the right-hand side on the wing here, and she was wide open. A little slip ball between the defenders, Matt, and she was completely in on goal.
Playing to that space.
Great touch, Joe. Well in, Joanna. Man on hard.
Along the sideline now. Maggie Draper simply boots that one down.
Yeah, and Colonel Bay still are winning this midfield battle. A 2-on-2 battle in there. Ertarki and number 11 there, Joanna Blodgett, seem to have the better. Number 21 as well, Rachel Dragon, just seems to have the better right now of the two in midfield. Almost those three against the two are obviously winning out in numbers, and it's, you know, Louis-Riel have got to try and step that back up again. Looks like a hockey line substitution coming on here soon. There's 4 of them, but it looks of it.
And they won't make their change yet. There's Dugas along the sideline,
Good work, Joe.
taken down. That was Joanna Blodgett there with great positioning defensively. Erturk steps up, boots it down. Hanneman was in there, as was Kayla Sun. Savage breaking free with the kick, and it rolls just wide again. Amy Savage in the middle of everything here for Louis-Riel.
And that was a better opportunity as far as I'm concerned. She was about 10 yards closer to goal, maybe 20, 22 yards out. She'd peeled away from a defender, and she did have a clear shot at goal. But again, you've got to hit the target.
And as we say that, Dugas, Cantave, and Amy Smith go off.
And they brought Lanos back in here as one of the two centre